Making sure everything's good here. Alright, cool. You guys can see me. Everything cool? Alright. As you can see, the title of this live stream is Live Day Trading. Don't know if there's any trading that's going to be going on here, but if anything, I'm doing this live stream more so to get people to not trade, because let me get this off. So let's go to the daily time frame. Like I was saying on Twitter, you can see the previous it was the previous 3 on my tweet, but now it's been previous 4 days. See these back and forth, wick, and now we're just now getting a body. And now what we have here today is a very large range London session. So this little consolidation here was expected. So we may just have another choppy New York session, but once I saw this, I was like, okay, we might be having something here. And I was looking at this here. And let's go to the 5-minute. As you can see, nice little reaction off that order block there. Boom, beautiful. And then this inefficiency right here, we filled that in. And what else? You can see here we have SMT. Let's go to NASDAQ. Created that higher high right there. And on ES, we failed, or we didn't fail, we made the lower low. So that right there wanted me to see buy side taken and dig deeper into the inefficiencies created from London session. So that's kind of what I've just been looking at now. We may be wanting to close in this entire 1 hour candle right here. Let's go to the regular trading hours. So we have a big gap relative to where we closed yesterday and the 9:30 opening here today. So we might want to come back, fill that in. So this right here could have been a good entry, in other words, what I just outlined. And just watching right now, as expected, we got a reaction, trades above the high. And what specifically should we be aiming for? Well, the regular trading hour gap and this premium inefficiency right here. I think that's our next draw. Morning, Mad Cats. How you doing? I don't think there's too many people interested in live streams today because this week has a lot of people shaking up. Like I said, if anyone wasn't watching, let's just go back to the daily time frame. You can see, let me get all this shit off. If you want to be trading that, be my guest. But this is where majority of accounts are blown in conditions like this. There hasn't been a single clean day this week. I don't care what anyone says. There is some scalps you could have gotten, yes. But nonetheless, this is not a week to be really pushing it or trading at all. And I do think eventually this will be the draw. Doesn't matter if I'm wrong or right. I don't need to be wrong or right to be profitable, but this is what I'm looking at right here. And we also have SMT with the NASDAQ on the daily time frame. So let's go to NASDAQ. NASDAQ just can't take out that high right there. Just can't take it out. So I think we're going to go below these lows as well, into this gap. So just study to see if it's going to trade up into here. I believe we will. See how it reacts off this high right here, or the low of this candle rather. Yeah, there we go. So nice reaction off the order block here, of course. This could be seen as a optimal trade entry. What makes it optimal? Time of day. What time of day? Right at 10 o'clock where we had a news driver. It's been pretty bad, yeah, man. Hold on, I'm gonna send out this link right here. So yeah, me personally, I don't know if you saw my tweet or not, Mad Cats, but I took 2 trades this week. Both were like small losses, nothing like too crazy. Using the lowest leverage, of course. As soon as you see something like this on the daily time frame, if you're even trading at all, which I don't know why you want to be, but use the lowest leverage possible. But even in this, you can see we made a swing high here. That's great to see. So now I want to see it draw lower. Not just because we have a swing high, but with other context. And then you can see, I'm trying to pinpoint it, there we go. We failed to get the consequent encroachment of this daily wick right here, which is a gap. So that showed weakness. Now the only thing conflicting me being bearish right here is if you look at DXY, it looks bearish to me. You can see we went above midnight opening, and we may want to draw lower into here and below these lows, but we'll have to wait and see. So in other words, to support my bearish bias, we'd either have to consolidate on DXY or go higher, obviously. But right now, obviously, I'm looking for higher prices into this inefficiency right here, premium. You can see we're almost there. So if you take this London high to this New York low, you can see we're reaching premium. Why did I use this swing high, not this one? Because this is the 2 o'clock London kill zone high that was made. So when you're measuring with your fibs, you always want to use like previous sessions highs, like where the kill zone is. So like New York, I'd use like the 930 low. So that's pretty much how I use my fib. So here's 930 low to the high it made. You can see optimal trade entry, 62% retracement. Why isn't it an optimal trade entry? Because it's time of day. That's what makes it optimal, time of day. So that's pretty much it there. And actually, if you look at the swing projection, you can see it goes into the negative 0.5. So maybe it wants to reach up to the whole way up to the high end right there. And I just realized I have this. This might look like I was like using actual trend lines or something. No, this is just SMT. Yeah, I do know people making money using trend lines though, so honestly it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but that's just for SMT. The NASDAQ made a higher high. I did put myself in a drawdown. You've been right about warning not to trade. This morning did a bit better. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Just as long as you learn from it. Like if you just learn, so you now know how to identify when to not trade. So next time you see something like this, you don't trade, right? It's not about making mistakes. It's about how many times you're gonna make the same mistake, and if you're gonna change something, if you're gonna stop making that mistake. So these 4 consecutive down close candles would be one order block too on the 1 minute. This is just the 5 minute I outlined here, but why is it an order block? It boom took sell side right here, trades down, changes its state and delivery, so it's offering sell side down here, and then now it's offering buy side, changes state of delivery. As soon as it trades above this wick high right here, this price point right here becomes sensitive along with the midpoint of it. So that's pretty much the rundown on that. So basically I'm just seeing if we can get some type of reaction off of premium arrays here to then go lower below these lows. But this is definitely not the week to be trying to push it and expect like a whole lot of movement. So, and what's this right here? Let me zoom in. This will be our hourly order block that was left behind. So why is that important? So you want to look within the order block and what's inside of the order block here. I'll just leave it there. And inefficiency. Inside of higher time frame order blocks, you want to look for inefficiencies to then be utilized. So this right here is just inside of an hourly order block. And you can see, admittedly, I wasn't coming in feeling confident to take any trades because of how the previous 3 days have been. But on a normal day, I probably would have bought right here, aimed for the high, and aimed for premium relative to the London high. So I'd probably be taking my profit at this high right here. And another thing I was looking at is these two candles right here make up a breaker. So it trades down, obviously, trades above this high right here, takes that buy side, takes the buy side, okay, and then trades below it. So you want to see if it respects these candles or not. It can trade above the high right here. Here, let me move this over. No, actually no. It can trade above the high of these two down close candles right here, but if it does, you'd want to see it reject off and respect it with the body here. So that's pretty much the rundown on that. So far it looks like we are respecting premium inefficiency, so we can see that as a catalyst to go lower. So what would I be aiming for if we get something to go lower here? I would be aiming for this low and this daily volume imbalance, which is also a new week opening gap, which holds fair value. So that would be this right here, right there. Yeah, it's been a little while since I did a live stream. Do you guys like my haircut? Yeah? No? The Sixers are playing today. Hopefully they can get this dub. I think they're going to go for the clean sweep. So, once again, I'm not really expecting a whole lot of craziness to go on here. So, let's see. It's 10:24. So potentially we could be looking at a 10:30 reversal here. So that's what I'm monitoring. Normally what I've come to notice is a lot of intraday New York session reversals like to happen around the 10:30 time window. So that's just what I'm looking for here. I want to see if the other averages are confirming that high right there. Okay, yeah, so we made a higher high. Okay, the NASDAQ completely just took the London highs. So it took the lows here, traded into this inefficiency. This is also a daily fair value gap right here. Obviously, I want to see it to trade below these lows long term, but right now, I'm not so sure. This week is a very oddball, very weird one. This might, right here, this might be drawn into this volume imbalance right here, potentially. Change the color. Yeah, it's pretty. So yeah, the king of live streams is back. I don't believe you will find anyone that knows what they're doing as much as I do, and that's not to sound cocky because, you know, obviously I still have stuff to learn. I'm not like some, I don't know, whatever you'd call it. I just believe that I bring the most to the table in terms of whenever I live stream, and I'm able to teach what I know, and I'm confident in my ability. So I've been learning this for like 3 years now. So there is a lot of guys out there that like live stream now. They started live streaming after I live streamed, and I have a smaller following than them, so it wouldn't seem like they're doing it after they saw me do it. Which, I mean, I don't give a shit, honestly. I mean, we're all here to make money. It's not like, that's the least of my worries. But point is I believe I bring the most to the table whenever I live stream. But that's just me. But then again, there's guys that are more consistent with their live streams than I am. I like to stay out the mix sometimes and just focus on myself. So but I do plan on doing consistent live streams like I once was, like 3 weeks back. Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks. So we just took, this is the London kill zone, 2 to 5 o'clock. That's when the move took place. So we just took that high out. That's significant. Now you want to see if there's going to be a continuation into the volume imbalance and then a reversal, or it just simply sweeps these highs and then goes lower back in to below this low, this 950 low, and fills this in. But we just have to wait and see. We can't expect too much on weeks like this. Whenever I'm not in sync with the daily time frame and I can't frame my trades based on the daily time frame, it's always going to be low probability for me. My best trades come from the higher time frame. So nice reaction off that old daily fair value gap though. Let me show you which one I'm talking about. This right here. That's pretty nice to see. And I don't think I sent out the link here. No, I did not. I thought I did. I was getting too riled up in teaching that I forgot to send out the link. So let's take a look at Dow. So Dow didn't even take out the 7 o'clock high. Alright, so look. Here's another way to tell if you're in low probability conditions. All three indices are doing completely different things. Dow took out these lows completely. Didn't even take out the 7 o'clock high yet and come up into these inefficiencies. ES came up into premium inefficiency. You know, looking pretty clean here, but completely different from the Dow. And then we go over to NASDAQ, and here it's taking out the London highs. So 3 completely different things going on here. So this could potentially mean we're in low probability conditions until we get further information. So I mean, just look at the chop. I mean, nothing really clean in here. There is a scalp you could have taken right here that I outlined. So that would be 4150. Aim for this high right here. So 9 handle scalp. I mean, nothing wrong with that. That's more than enough. So that's pretty much all I can see you could have taken out of this session here. Nothing else in here is telling buy or sell. I don't care what anyone tells you. This is the only clean setup that you could have taken. This is the only thing the AM session had to offer. So, and let's see the time window. 9:50. Yeah, what a coincidence. What a coincidence there, huh? Hold on, let me go back. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. And see the time window. Alright, we're cool. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Elhabib. Glad to have you in here. Yeah, choppy price. Yeah, definitely don't be placing trades right now. Just sit on your hands, wait. I just want to see if we get 1030 reversal, but the only thing that's wrong with that is all three indices are doing three separate things. Goddamn price, you owe me. You gotta give me a setup. No, I'm joking. Yeah, just a really shitty week here, if we're being completely honest. So let's take a look. No, not NASDAQ. So if we take a look at ES, so we start the week here Monday. We trade the whole way down here. You see that very, very choppy price action in New York. There was nothing clean in there. And then, not till the final hour of trading, explodes to the upside, takes out these highs, and then ultimately takes out previous week high. So this was like the only good signature I've seen so far. So we took out previous week high right here. Let me change the color. We took out previous week's high, so the Friday high, that was the high of the week. Took out previous week's high, and then we rejected off of that and traded lower since. So that's the only good signature I've seen in terms of higher time frame this week. So, and then the New York session obviously retraced, and you could have got a short though. Well, you see the back and forth wick. Let me go to the 15, or yeah, 15. I mean, just look at that. Look at that shit. I mean, that was seek and destroy. And if you're putting on trades in this and you're forcing it, it's going to seek and destroy your ass, and it will take you out, blow your account. And as you can see, it consolidates, and it didn't execute what I wanted to see in the New York session until the next day of the London session. Then it went lower, below this low, and into this gap, and ultimately into this order block. You're doing pretty good, man. Seeing others streaming regardless of bad market conditions and getting burned in public. They're concerned more with building a following than doing a professional job. I'm so glad you said that. I appreciate you, because that is messing up my words here. That is exactly what I have been saying. These people value growing a following, likes, clout, you name it. They value that over the actual skill set and actually being a good trader. They just want to sell something. Obviously, there's other people doing free live streams now. Now that I've been doing it, I've been doing free live streams. So now all of a sudden, other guys my age want to do free live streams. But here's the kick: now they're starting to charge. If you look at the Phantom guy, I think he's doing not a knock on him. I mean, he's a trader, whatever, but he's already doing paid live streams. So, I mean, most of these guys just want clout, clicks, followers, likes, views, whatever else. Sell their mentorships. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to build my skill set. I'm here to be a trader. I'm not here to be a salesman, okay? I'm here to be a trader. Yeah, just very ugly price action here. Nothing telling me to buy or sell. So, nice reaction off this volume imbalance right here, though. Go to the 3 minute. So, like I said, I was looking for this to be traded. If you go back an hour, like it was like 30 minutes ago, I was looking for this premium inefficiency to be traded into. So we did trade into that. It doesn't matter that I predicted that and called that out. Look at me, I'm gonna go post it on Twitter now. It traded to my level. That it doesn't matter, because there was nothing I could like execute on up into that level unless I was in here trading this. So that's another very rather confusing thing for mostly newer people, is they think that simply just calling the market is like enough. Like, you can sit here all day and mark out levels and say, this is what you want it to trade into, this is what I want to see, and then it executes to your level inevitably, and then, you know, you get euphoric, whatever else is going on. But it doesn't matter. Like, being wrong or right is not what makes you consistently profitable. It's about executing and your risk management. So that's the rundown on that. And if I'm being honest, I would have bought this volume imbalance here if all three indices weren't doing completely opposite things. So let's go back. So yeah, that's what I wanted to, I wanted to poke open that volume imbalance, but if it just takes out that high, that would be enough for it to send it lower. So we took out the London highs here. That is significant. How often do you live stream? I'm a very inconsistent live streamer, okay? Let me before I say anything, let me check. My last live stream was 3 weeks ago, but this was just like a Sunday, like, teaching, I guess. I was just like outlining everything from the previous week. But my actual last in live price action live stream was 1 month ago, and there's a reason for that. I didn't secretly blow an account or something like that. Basically, I don't know. I was just really in a groove, focused, and I don't know. I was just in a zone. I just really enjoyed being alone in the charts, just me in the charts and nothing else. Not looking at any chats or anything. So that's basically what happened there. Nothing else. But I do plan on returning consistently with the live streams. So yeah, this is very boring. This is a lot of people, when they want to sell you something, of course, they won't tell you that trading can be boring and you have to sit here and wait for so long sometimes. And it can get frustrating, but as you can see, I'm composed and I'm not like all euphoric and trying to like hop in a trade quick. I'm just waiting. So that was repriced. The London highs were taken out in NASDAQ. That would be a SMT if we can get Dow to trade above this high. So boom, trades above the high as soon as I said it. So these London highs were taken out on NASDAQ. Wasn't taken out here and wasn't taken out on ES. So we do have a SMT. So now that Dow traded above this high and into the inefficiency, we now have a more in sync relations between the three indices. So we might have something to trade off of here. Just have to wait and see. Can take that off now. And notice I'm like monitoring on a 15-minute and not just like looking at every 1 minute candle. So you can see that hard rejection there. If we can, we did just trade below a swing low right here, so that could be a shift in market structure, depending on how I don't know how eager you are. But this would be like more pronounced if it really just rips lower, takes these lows out, boom. Maybe we get like a 62% retracement. And then we could aim for the 10 o'clock low, the 9:30 low, and the pre-market low. And then beyond that, so say we just made the high of the session right here, which we might have. We might have made the high right here. This is definitely a good chance we made the high right here. We have SMT and a premium. We're waking off. This could be the high, potentially, so let me get the measuring tool out. We might end up around -1. I'm not saying that's what we're gonna do. I'm not definitely not gonna hold till down there, even if I get in a trade here. But you see this new week opening gap and old daily volume imbalance, which is right here. So that's what you can aim for beyond the lows. So that's kind of what I'm looking at in terms of targets. Also this low right here, which would be, I believe this would, no, not previous week's low, I'm sorry. This would be preview, no. Alright, this is just a draw on liquidity, okay? This is a low that has sell side below it from people that have been buying, making money, going higher, even though it's choppy. So there will be trailed buy stops below there. Or sell stops, sorry. Okay, so boom, that could be a sell right there. If you sell short right there, I would only use one contract, personally. Let me see what NASDAQ's doing. So kind of same thing, took out these lows here, so that could be a short right there. Let's take a look at Dow. Not really doing anything. So if you do short right here, only use one contract. Notice I'm not shorting it because once again we're stuck in this daily time frame swamp. But we did make a swing high. And we have SMT with NASDAQ. NASDAQ did not take out this high. And we have a draw on liquidity down here. So let's wait and see. So right here, a short right here, the last line of defense would be this right here. You wouldn't want to see it trade above here. Definitely not close above this right here. So Dow just made a higher high. Let's see if it reached premium. Indeed it did. Alright, so they're syncing up. The indices are syncing up. That's good to see. See that sweep right there? Like, what did I say earlier? I've come to realize that a lot of intraday New York reversals, here, I'm going to take a short right here. They tend to happen around 10:30. So stop loss should be auto adjusted 4 handles. Yeah. So I'm going to move that down there. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do 4.5 handle stop. Only one contract because it's not like super high probability right now. Definitely not trading live funds right now with the current market conditions. And I'd be aiming for the 10 o'clock low. So obviously right now it's trading right through the inefficiency. If it closes above it, I can just take the trade off right now and cut my losses. So if it closes above right here, I'll close the trade and that can cut my loss. So let's just see if it closes. Good morning, Isra. How you doing? Russell, thank you. Alright, so we got the closure above, so I can just go ahead and close this. So it closed above this inefficiency right here. So that's a good way to cut your losses right there, instead of just letting it go the whole way up to your stop, which was a 4-point stop loss. So once this candle right here closes above the inefficiency, you can just close the trade. And obviously, as you saw, I think it was a $100 or $87 loss, which is, I mean, literally nothing. So let's do 100 plus, give me a second. So I am down $500 this week, which that's literally nothing with how much I make with my like take profits and whatnot. I can make that back in one trade next week. We'll just have to hope that we get better conditions. I will be live streaming tomorrow, hopefully Friday will give me something to trade off of. That's pretty much a gem right there, honestly. Right here, this is a great way to cut your losses. So instead of it going the whole way up to my stop, which was right here, as soon as this candle closed right here, just close the trade. And that cut my loss by, I believe, 200 or something like that, 150. And notice I'm not like shaking up or like caring about, because I mean, everyone loses. Everyone's going to lose. Like if you see guys on Twitter and YouTube or whatever, they'll show you like these really nice trades, but I mean, reality is behind the curtain. Think of Wizard of Oz. Did I say that right? How he was behind the curtain and he had that super loud voice and everyone was scared of him, thought he was like this mighty king, but then they opened the curtain and he was like just like some very tiny man with not even the voice that he was using. Basically, that's just an analogy for how people fake on Twitter and Instagram, social media, whatever else. I mean, they for all you know, they can literally be taking like 5 losses and then they'll like catch a huge trade and then they'll post that one. So that's just like classic manipulation on social media to like get people to buy their stuff. People that want to sell something. A lot of deceiving people out there, I'll tell you that. So maybe we might have just wanted to sweep up there one more time in May. Want to go lower now, but once again, I'm not pushing it. So right here we have SMT. Like I said, for people that weren't in here, the London highs were swept. We could get a continuation off of here, and then it may want to come back into the volume imbalance here on the hourly. Right there. That's like the most inefficient price can get, a volume imbalance. See that? So that may be a draw. I'm not really looking to take buys because, I mean, there's nothing really that's bullish right now. I mean, you can see here we made a long-term high. We swept the buy side, traded into this inefficiency, created an intermediate term high, swing high right here, swing high to the left, swing high to the right, and now we've got that London expansion. When you get a London expansion, it can either be a New York consolidation or you want to look to trade off of an inefficiency that London created, or look for a reversal off of London highs being swept as buy stops. So that's pretty much the rundown on that. Look how this inefficiency right here, I said if it closes above, and it did, I closed the trade. If it closes above that, that cut my losses by 200. A very tiny loss that I could care less about. I mean, losses are part of the game. See how it comes back down and respects that level. That's nice to see. Short shaming, the good old days. What's short? I don't know what short shaming is, but how long did it take you to become numb? Well, I'm glad you can see that I'm numb to not giving a shit about the outcome of the trade, because I mean, you're gonna have wins and you're always gonna have losses. So it took me some years. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Anyone that first starts trading, you're gonna get euphoric whenever you win those first couple trades. You're gonna want to post it and whatnot. I didn't post my. Oh, actually, yeah, I did. So I'm lying there. But you're. I don't know. It just takes time. That's all. Time and experience. Notice in the beginning of my trading, I was posting a lot, and now later on I'm not really posting as much because like it's just another win. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I'm not trying to sell something, so I mean there's really no purpose for me to post winning trades. I mean, I'll post some here and there, I mean, to engage with people I talk to on Twitter. But anyway, yeah, it took some years. It's all about time. Macro time, yes sir. The thing about macros is a lot of people out there that don't necessarily know what they're talking about. They think that every single macro is going to perform, but that's not even the case. There's 3 in the New York session. More times than not, only one of them are going to perform. Not all 3 happen every single day. So that's what they don't tell you. They're just going to say, oh, it's macro time, time to take a trade. No, normally only one of them even kick in. I mean, not every single macro kicks in every single day. So honestly, if we trade above this high right here, I wouldn't want to see it come up and fill this in, because I mean there's no need to if it's going to go lower. So if it trades above this inefficiency, that'll kill anything for me wanting to go short. So there's that. So guys, I think we're looking at another 4th low probability trading day in a row. Wild, huh? If I was live streaming earlier, I could have outlined this to you real time, but you know, I didn't. So this was the only clean trade you could have caught. Bought here, optimal trade entry. Once again, what makes it optimal? Shit, fuck that up. 930 low right here. Take that to the high. It makes 62% retracement into a discount order block and inefficiency. What makes this retracement optimal? Time of day. What time was it? 10 o'clock, where the news driver was, and anchored with the 930 low. So that's optimal trade entry. Aim for the high here, aim for this inefficiency, and boom, close your trade, you're done. So yeah, I mean, if you want to be taking a trade in this, be my guest, but I mean, there's nothing in here that's warranting a buy or sell. How do I pin a comment? There we go. Thank you, Russell. I appreciate it. I think that about myself too. I think I explain things clearly. Like, everyone, they just like overcomplicate shit to make it seem like more advanced than it really is. I mean, or they just want to sell something. They want to sound different. They want to make it sound like they're doing something different than everyone else, when really they're not. They're just rewording it and adding stuff onto it. The 4 hour looks like a barcode. Let's see. So yeah, you can see it repriced in the midpoint of this 4 hour inefficiency here. I don't really need to look at that because I have the hourly right here. So yeah, we might not get price going lower until the PM session. It is very, very, very rare that I will ever take a trade past 11 o'clock. It happens, but normally if I don't see anything by 11 o'clock, I just kind of close up shop. Sometimes 11:30. It all depends on the current narrative and what's going on and whatnot. So guys, if you learned anything here, I'm not ending it. I'm just saying, if you learned anything and you found anything helpful here, hit the like button. That'll encourage me to do more live streams. I am going to be live streaming tomorrow. Hopefully we don't get a 5th low probability day in a row. Hopefully I see what I want to see in the PM session, and that can give me something to trade off of tomorrow. But we got to see. A lot of mentors and a lot of people, whatever else, people that are selling stuff, whoever, they won't tell you that there will be prolonged periods of time. There will be times where like an entire week is just like not necessarily not tradable, but there will be longer periods of time when there's like nothing really clean and it's lower probability. Like this entire week, basically. This entire week has been low probability. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, literally, it's not that hard. Just take a look at the daily time frame. Wick. We have SMT here, created a swing high. So, I do think the next long-term draw... Oh, shit. Someone's calling me. Nope, don't want to talk. I do think that the next long-term draw would be down below these lows. And then in here. So, sell side. Okay. So yeah, nothing really else to talk about here. I mean, beautiful optimal trade entry right here for a nice like 10-point scalp maybe. But nothing, there's, other than this optimal trade entry right here, there's nothing else that is like something to buy or sell off of. I'm sorry. I don't know what anyone else is saying, but if they're saying anything other than what I just said, I mean, I don't know if they know what they're talking about, man. So, what was this intermediate term low that was formed here? What makes it an intermediate term low that's like significant is it took previous day's low along with Monday's low. So basically the weekly low. Took out these relative equal lows. I'm not going to keep that line there, but you can see, and then it creates, let's go to the 15. Swing low here along with SMT. NASDAQ did not take out this low right here. So swing low right here. Another swing low right here. See this candle to the left is higher than this one, and then this candle right here is higher than this big candle right here. Swing low, and then you get the swing low to the left. Intermediate term low after sweeping the weekly low, and then that is the catalyst for the optimal trade entry here into this inefficiency. And then I was looking potentially, obviously I went in with one contract right there. As soon as this candle right here closed above that, close it right away, $87 loss opposed to a $300 loss, which would be up here, or it's $250, something like that. So that's a great way to cut your losses there. So for me, if I'm looking for anything here, I would need at least this low to be taken out here with speed, not, just slowly climb down. No, I need like a big displacement, which I don't really see happening right now. So yeah, I would honestly say this entire month has not been like a great trading month, but the week of Passover, the week going into Easter, that was, I thought that was going to be the worst week of the month, but I mean, that was actually like, I think that was the best week of my entire trading year this year. That was a great week. That was a great week, okay? I'm just smiling even thinking about it. Nah, I'm kidding, but that was a very clean week nonetheless. But every other week other than that, it's been like low probability day. Then we have a decent day, decent enough for a nice scalp, and then it's back to a choppy day, low probability. So this has definitely been a rough week, or not a week, a rough month in terms of the market conditions. But if you're a real trader, you won't blow your account. in these type of months, because you can stay disciplined enough to not push a button whenever you're not supposed to. So alright. Tough price action to sit through here. Not tough to sit through, because I've sat through worse, but if you keep doing live streams every day, your channel will grow pretty fast. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, honestly. Like I said, I don't think anyone else that live streams brings anything to the table that I bring. Hydra does good live streams. Other than that, I don't condone any other person that's doing a live stream. I mean, most of them are paid anyways, and I'm literally giving better information than they are for free. So, not that it's a competition or anything. They're making money during the live streams. I'm not. So, but yeah, just be careful who you're watching and who you're getting your information from. Just because they have SMC or ICT in their title name or whatever it is, doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Not to say I'm the only guy that knows what I'm doing and I'm just like some great trader. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's more false information than correct information out there. And there's more people that just want to sell something rather than actually bring value and actually be a good trader. Because once again, like I was saying earlier, with social media, it's easier than ever to be a fake trader. Like, literally, you guys don't even understand. Like, it's so easy. It's so easy to just be deceitful and trick people and whatever other word you want to use. It's so much easier to, like, with social media, just to be a faker. And like I said, you could be using multiple laptops at one time. We don't know that. All we see is the one video you posted of that trade. I mean, someone can literally have like 3 laptops going. I'll go short on this laptop. I'll go long on this laptop. I'll do both on this one. I don't know, but what are the other sneaky tactics they use? So I mean, for all you know, they could also be they could have taken like 10 losses and then got this big win after that, and then only posted that one. They're like, oh, come buy my mentorship. This is how I took this trade, and then they'll teach it to you in hindsight, but not real time. Obviously, I marked this out. I wanted to see it go into this premium inefficiency right here when we were trading about down here, which is, I mean, that's nothing great. I mean, so basically, I literally just called out 4155. Like 7 handles, like big deal. And there was nothing I could have executed on except for, let's go to the 2 minute. Sometimes you gotta flip through time frames to hide from you. Got this 2 minute volume imbalance. Potential scalp. Right here. I'm gonna change the color on that. So yeah, 2 minute volume imbalance. You can see, look at that. Body respected, body respected, body respected, body respected. That's 4 bodies respecting right there. The wicks don't matter. So your attitude is a lot better, more enjoyable. I appreciate that. Wait, did I have a bad attitude in my old live streams, or what's going on? But anyways, I appreciate it. Let's see here. Man. This is the part they don't tell you about trading. It could be boring. But this balanced price range right here, like I said, I wouldn't want to see it to trade above this right here. So it trades above, or trades up, creates it, and then redelivers it right here once it trades through it. And then now that it left it, you want to see it, like, kind of respect it as a balanced price range. So Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. I try to keep it real in terms of what's really going on in the trading industry with like how deceitful they can be. But I don't know. I don't want to be in like trading drama. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's definitely a lot of fakers out there, and I don't think most people don't realize how easy it is to be a fake, amazing trader. You know what I mean? Like, it's very sad what's going on. It's been going on for a while, honestly, but it gets worse with social media. So we are getting, man, we're actually getting some movement here. Holy shit. I'll be damned. Alright, so look, I'm gonna put a line right here. I'm gonna put a line right at 11:30. 11:30 right there, boom. Anything past this line, I don't give a shit what it's doing. I don't care. Nothing is being considered past this line right here. Yeah, it is pretty wild that scammers are the norm. I mean, it's gonna be pretty rare that you find someone that actually cares about. They care more about the skill set and more about bringing value rather than, you know, their sales. All right, so look, like I said, if we're gonna go lower, I need to see something with force really displace lower. So we're getting that right now, and look how many swing lows we just broke. One. Well, if we use this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom. So this is something we can potentially trade off of. I'm not saying trade off of it. So reprice into this 5-minute volume imbalance. So we got our meaningful displacement. Maybe we want to look for a retracement, potentially go short, aim for the lows here. Close your trade, close your laptop, go enjoy the beautiful day that we'll be having. I think it's going to be like 80 degrees and sunny, something like that. Alright, that's pretty funny. I never even sent out the link once again. Yeah, I still got 10 people in here though, huh? Without even sending out the link. That's good enough for me. I don't need a huge crowd. Alright, well, I just got on Twitter to post the link, and I'm already seeing people posting how they took a bunch of losses. You shouldn't be taking multiple losses or many losses on this day because you shouldn't be executing within, like, you know, sloppy stuff like this. So this could be a catalyst to go short right here. Thank you for loading. So want to see it respect this BB, this breaker block here. So if it pumps up there one more time, I could probably go short with one contract. Alright, boom. So I'll go short with one contract. And I'm gonna have a tighter stop. I don't want to see it go above here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to see it go above this order block right here. So I'm gonna keep it tight. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's a good stop place. Yeah. So we got our meaningful displacement. Retrace. And now you just submit to it. If I take the loss, that'll be my 2 loss roll. And I'll be done for the day, obviously. And I'm actually going to move this up a little bit. Just because of the conditions we've been having. So, I mean, this would only be a $125 loss. I mean, that to me is nothing. That is not something I would, you know. It's just, it's another loss. I mean, I don't think we're going to lose here. I think we're going to go lower now based on all the narrative and things I outlined. We have SMT with NASDAQ, repriced, no premium, inefficiency. It hasn't shown like really willingness to go stronger to the upside. It's just kind of been climbing up slowly. So you want to see it respect this right here? Let's see. The midpoint right there. See how it taps the midpoint, wicked off. So now we just submit to it. Like fighting with this line right here. There we go. It's still not even straight, but whatever. Alright, we did it. So actually, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. This right here is absolutely a paper trade. Why is it a paper trade? Because of the conditions we have been in recently. So, like I said, I wanted to see it respect this order block right here. That's why it's right above it. So if it trades above that, I don't even want to be in the trade anyway. So that's why I have that tight stop loss right there. So I can take this off. See how it rejected off the order block there? Be right back. Once again, this is a paper trade. This is not live funds like I was doing before because of the daily time frame and just the overall week we've had. And it's only one contract, so let me take a look at NASDAQ. So NASDAQ really went lower. Back into the big inefficiency left behind. After it swept the London highs, obviously. Dow really isn't showing me anything here, so I don't know about Dow. So I do obviously have a tight stop loss, so it might come up and hit it. But once again, if it trades above this order block right here, I don't even want to be in the trade anyway. So I'm paying my stop loss to do its job here. So I'm paying my stop loss $125 to do its job, which is take me out of the trade and cut my losses. Oh, there we go. There's a displacement I wanted to see. And once again, I'm only using one contract, so I can't take a partial. So if I was using multiple contracts here, let's see. So 4157 or 415750. I would say it would be reasonable to take a partial about midpoint of this order block right here. Or maybe just at the volume imbalance right there if it comes back to that. So I want to see it rush through to take out this low. Let me get that volume imbalance off. Why do you guys keep bringing up Hydra? What is VIX? Volume imbalance or what? I don't even know what VIX is. what is VIX? I don't even know what VIX is, so maybe I'm out of the loop too, right? Alright, I want to see NASDAQ. I want to see if we took out that low there. So look what happened. Look what happened with NASDAQ here. So we took out the London highs right here. Oh, okay, volatility index. Okay, I got you. I guess I just didn't get the abbreviation, but yeah, I got you. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Notice I'm not even on the screen where my trade is. I'm not like super like excited to take a win or whatever whatever the outcome is. So created the intermittent term high, swing high right here, swing high to the left, swing high to the right after we swept the London high. So that's good to see. And I want to see it. I don't like how it wicked up off of the inefficiency right here. I want to see it rush through, reprice in the entire thing, and then come for the lows. So we got initial displacement. I want to see it stay below this tiny inefficiency it made here. So these lines right here is just marking out this inefficiency, and then this order block. And what else do we have here? What's this black line right here that I outlined? Wait, what is the black line that I outlined? This is the high of the 15-minute inefficiency. So look, why is that useful? So once it trades here and creates a market structure shift with narrative, once it does that, you want to see it respect that inefficiency high, and look what it did. It came right back up to it, smacked it, and traded off. Even if it trades back up and disregards it and comes up, hits the stop, even if it were hypothetically to do that, that's still showing like a form of precision, because once it hit that, it hesitated a little bit, traded off of it, and then right now it's not doing much. It looks like it may create a swing. I want to see it create. So I was going to say I want to see it create a swing high within this inefficiency right here, but I think it just matched the high right there. So am I the only guy who looks at internals, VIX, put call, stuff like that, and still learning ICT? Seems like it. I don't use it that much, but if it works for you, shit. I mean, who gives a shit? I mean, if it works for you, that's good. I mean, everyone thinks that they need to be within the ICT community. They think that everyone needs to be the same. Everyone, if they're not doing this, if they're not trading off of this, they don't know what they're doing, whatnot. But everyone has their own specific and unique way of finding trades. So I mean, if anyone knocks you for that, I don't know. They're just weird, I guess. So you see this 5-minute order block right here? See how it? Just look how clean that is. So the open of this 5-minute order block right here comes in at, where's the 4160. The high of this candle right here comes in at 4160. Woo! That's precision right there, eh? So yeah, I don't like this wick right here. I want to see it reprice this wick and close it in. So I like how we're kind of rejected off of this inefficiency right here twice. And note here. Let's go right here. See this order block? Notice how my stop was right on the high of that order block right there. Let me label it. See the opening of that? See how it respects that? Trades right off of that. And I wasn't like getting all nervous and sweating whenever it was like real close to my stop loss, because I knew if it wants to go lower and if I'm on the right side, it's gonna respect this order block right here. Why does this order block matter? Because this order block right here is what started the meaningful displacement that I was looking for. So that's the rundown on that. So yeah, so basically my stop loss placement is not random. Anytime you see where my stop loss is placed, just look at it and see, oh, okay, that's why you put that there. Okay, cool. So I guess I can, I'll keep it there. Fuck it. So yeah, I don't like this real like slow like trading right here. I want to see it with it before 11:30 at least. Trade below this low with meaningfulness. Just kind of consolidating right now. Let's check NASDAQ. So I think it wants to come back to this real quick. I don't want to see it trade I don't want to see it trade above this on NASDAQ. So let's check the 5-minute. Okay, so I wasn't seeing the 5-minute inefficiency right here. So notice how it overlaps with the 1-minute. So I want to see it trade up into here on the 5-minute and then propel lower down into here and eventually towards the lows. But yeah, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from ES. Very ugly. Well, I wouldn't say ugly because of this right here, but right here. And notice if I take a loss right here, 125 loss. See, I mean, this is like the lowest like win like you'll see me take, because this is just with one. Normally I'm trading with 2 contracts. Only 2 contracts. So I thought you were great. Well, I only need 2 contracts to be profitable. That's it. And it allows me to cut losses in terms of making my losses way smaller than my wins. So $500 take profit here. So I guess that would essentially be a 1 to 4. Well, I know that's not completely accurate, but I'm just whatever. So say I take a $125 loss right here. Okay, cool. It's $125 on a $50,000 account that I'm trading here. Big deal. So let's say tomorrow I find a trade. I only going with 1 contract again, and I'm only going for 10 handles once again. That's a $500 win. That makes up for this loss right here and like $400. So that's the rundown on that. What is your go-to trading setup? It's funny you asked that because I've actually had a video completed, done all the business for like 2 weeks now, and I just haven't released it. I don't really know why, but I am planning on releasing it though, maybe tomorrow. So yeah, I already have a video finished on that. I don't give a fuck about BIX. Get the fuck out. You're a retail. Yeah, definitely won't. I don't know if you said that or not actually, but definitely won't be hearing me say that. So, because here's the thing, like, I know retail traders. We're literally all retail traders. Whether you're trading whatever strategy you're trading, ICT or not, I mean, you're literally still a retail trader. You're still gonna take losses just like everyone else. I don't know. It's just like people who trade ICT think they're like immune to like not being a good trader. Because I mean, the concept is like It's your base. Okay, so you learned the concepts, you got the information down. Okay, cool. That's your base. That's it. Like, you got your base now. Everything else after that is what really matters. Consistency, mental health, psychology. Because every single time you're in these charts, it's psychological warfare. Especially if you're live streaming as well. But obviously I'm confident in my ability, so I'm not like stressing if I'm going to take a loss or win, whatever the case is. But yeah. Definitely, whatever concept you're learning is not going to guarantee you profitability. It all comes from risk management, consistency, all that other good stuff. So let's see here. Honestly, I did not try to... In hindsight, I would have not have entered this low. I would have entered... Normally, I would have entered midpoint right here. It doesn't really make a difference, but just a nitpick there for me. So let's see... 415750. We are now down to about 3.5 handles. All that is good for forming intermediate term bases. Also really like the Hertz cycle guy. I've studied Hertz too. I've never heard of him, but if he's making money, that's good for him. Whatever strategy you're trading, it does not matter. I literally know people trading trend lines, supply and demand, whatever else they're trading. I know people that make money with several other concepts, and it's not because of the concept. That's just their base. It's because they're mentally strong, they have consistency in what they're doing, and they just show up every day. That's all. Good psychology, everything else. So yeah, I wasn't even looking at this, but as you can see, came back up here, traded off since. I really don't like how like fickle and like slow we're trading here, but you just gotta submit to it, that's all. Whoa, notice I haven't moved my stop loss. So see this 5-minute order block right here? See how it wicks up, respects that, trades off. That's good to see, but I want to see this candle really give it up and trade lower. So notice how it came back down to this volume imbalance once more. I don't like how we're wicking off of that. This volume imbalance. Let's go. These lines are ugly, I know. That'll work. So notice how the first time I traded the volume bounce, wicked off. It only went lower just to fill in this gap right here. And then go down here into the volume bounce once more. So what's the narrative behind this trade? Obviously, I showed you this 5-minute order block, but that's not why I was taking the short. So we repriced into a premium inefficiency. So if you're taking the 2 o'clock high, which is the London kill zone, to the 8 o'clock low right here, this would be premium what? Premium inefficiency. We had SMT, NASDAQ took out the London highs, but ES did not. Let's go to the 15. We created a 15-minute swing high, and we've got our meaningful displacement. Right here, shifted below the lows. I do not like this right here, but I'm still going to submit to it. I'm not going to close the trade. Let's see. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, time of day. Time of day was the last factor. I said, from my experience, lots of reversals tend to happen around the 10:30 time window. So right here, obviously it didn't happen right then. We just had to wait a little bit. It happened. It originated around 11 o'clock. So, I mean, obviously not 1030, but I was waiting past that for a potential intraday reversal. We got our meaningful displacement, taking out the lows here, repriced the inefficiency, went short, and my target is this 10 o'clock low, which is where trailing sell stops are going to be. So I'm going to go back to the NASDAQ. So it's repricing into here. If it trades above this 5-minute fair value gap, that's a warning sign. I do not want to see that. Like I said, it swept the new London session highs. Earlier I wanted to see it go into this volume imbalance, but it didn't need to. That was just a preference. So it didn't get to that, but it still swept the previous session highs. Okay, so I do like how we repriced in this wick, but I don't like how it like kind of traded off of the midpoint and the volume imbalance. See how it came down to the midpoint of this wick and then kind of traded off? So I want to see this like really displaced below this low. Hold shift while you drag the line. Yeah, MacBooks are kind of different. It's called Command. I don't know if it's the same or not though. Maybe. Alright, I need to catch up on some comments here. Slutspinnick would have been blocked already for saying that. I don't doubt it. Alright, I could take this off. So this line right here was the 1130. Earlier, if you even care to go back, probably don't, but I mean whatever. I'll just tell you right now. I said that this 1130, I'm just gonna put a line right here. If I don't see anything that I like before we reach this, I'm not taking anything, which is 1130. So anytime in the New York session, if I don't see anything that I like, I'm just closing my laptop, potentially coming back for a PM session. So I can take this line off now, obviously. Alright, so I like how we displaced below here. Now that we got below this low, yeah, that made a big difference, didn't it? I'm not gonna like trail my stop because there's always a chance it can come back and then go back down. That's happened to me before, so. Let's take a look at Dow, see if Dow did anything. Okay, yeah, so Dow finally is getting in sync with the 3 indices. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, it's not beautiful by any means, but it's something. It's better than what we've gotten these past couple weeks here. Or not past couple weeks, this entire week, what I meant to say. I'm going to take a look at dollar. I kind of just want to see dollar consolidate, honestly. If not consolidate, I want to see it take out this high right here. So anyone that was making money going short, their buy stop's going to be trailed right here. So I want to see it come up for that and fill in this inefficiency a little bit more. We also swept. Let me get my other tool out. Yep. We swept these lows right here, so that's good to see. DXY is not confirming my trade, but it's giving me further confidence that I'm on the right side. And like I said, a lot of reversals happen around the 10:30 time window. Notice when this reversal on DXY happened. What's this? 10:30. Takes out the low and reverses. Not a crazy reversal, but you get the point. Alright, so finally giving up the ghost here. So let's see. 415750. So this would be 5 handles so far. So far. So I'm actually going to Take the 930 low. Okay, so discount. This is the only here, I'm gonna trail this. The only what's the word I'm looking for? Disadvantage to trading with one contract is I can't take a partial right here. So like, I would be taking a partial right here if I weren't only trading with one contract. So stop is lowered a little bit. Risk is only at $75. I mean, that is nothing. Is it a good sign if these three indices sync together? Yes, sir. That's what you want to see. If they're not syncing together, you don't really want to be taking a trade because it could be low probability. Short is going well. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I would say so. So guys, I know this has been a rough week, so let me know how your week has been. Obviously, I just said it's probably been rough because literally all four, yeah, today's Thursday, right? Yes, sir. All 3 days prior to this were low probability and choppy and whatever other word you want to use for it, but so like I said, I really wanted to take a partial right here so I can trail my stop a little bit more, but only one contract. $75, I mean, that's might as well just be a break-even loss because, I mean, it's literally $75 opposed to a potential $500. So, regardless of the outcome, so let's say I take the loss here, $75 loss, and then tomorrow I come in, only use one contract again, and I get 10 handles on a $500 take profit. Well, that's going to be erased, the little $75 plus 500. So this is an example of how it's not about your win-loss percentage, like your how many times you win, how many times you lose. It's about making your losses a lot smaller than your wins. So your wins much larger than your losses, right? I'm going to go back to NASDAQ. So I like that initial rejection, but I don't like how it's like closing back in. So let's go right here. Okay, so with what NASDAQ is doing, if I'm being honest, I think I'm going to move my take profit up just because of what NASDAQ is doing. So that would essentially be 6 handles. And 6 handles on a day like, or a week like this is amazing for me. So if you don't like 6 handles and you think I'm doing Mickey Mouse shit here, I mean, whatever. All right. Notice how I have 13 viewers in here, and a lot of like the paid ones and a lot of the ones where they don't even necessarily know what they're doing as much as I would say I do, they have like hundreds and maybe even thousands. So that just goes to show it's not always about follower count, because I have like a relatively small following count. I only have like 3,000 on Twitter, almost 2,000 on YouTube here. It just goes to show, I mean, you can't place value based on follower count and how many likes they have and whatever else. So let's look at this inefficiency. See, I don't like how he reacted off of that, so definitely not what I want to see there. Stop is not moving, because I mean, like I said, it's basically break even. It's $75, so let's see. So the 1 minute is essentially the same as this 5 minute inefficiency right here. See how we repriced that in? We're trading back up to this 5 minute order block midpoint. That's like the last line of defense here. This right, let me take everything off. This order block right here. So like I said, if I was using 2 contracts, partial would have been taken down here, which would be at 4157. Yeah, 5 handles. That would have been a partial, and then hold for the lows here. But obviously, price isn't having any of that. Let me go back to the NASDAQ. Before that rally even happened, I said this was a warning sign. So yeah, look how it closes above this 5 minute inefficiency. That's not what you want to see. Definitely not what you want to see. So yeah, I can just close the trade early here then at break even. So I just lost $0. So notice how you can use other indices to determine whether you should close your trade or not. So it closed above this inefficiency on the NASDAQ. We didn't have anything to frame off of the ES, so as soon as it did that, I can just close the trade on the ES, and I just took a $0 loss. That's how you cut your losses, folks. There you go. You learned it here first. This week has been sucky. Yes, indeed, it has been. But I believe next week will be better. You lost about $5. $5, man. Damn it. Can't get that 4 for 4 from Wendy's anymore. Shit. It's all marketing. They make shiny ICT posters you can actually trade. I don't disagree with that. They definitely, most of them are just looking to sell something. That is very true. It's a pet peeve of mine whenever they value views, likes, followers, clout, selling their service over actually the actual skill set, building the skill set, and actually bringing value to the table. Rather than just like having an ego fest on their live stream and, oh yeah, I just got that 2R. Look at me. But shit, I'm looking at Twitter today, and it looks like a lot of people, including fellow live streamers, are posting about how they lost. So yeah, I can erase this. So honestly, I mean, just because this setup failed doesn't mean that you couldn't have made money on this. I mean, literally, if you went short right here, 415850, and close your trade right at this low, I mean, that's 5.5 handles. Take your profit. I mean, that you made money in that, right? So now that we've repriced off this order block, I think, obviously now in hindsight, now that it's already traded up, I think we're going to take out this high and then maybe consolidate and wait for the PM session. So like I said earlier, the only clean price action in this entire session here was this optimal trade entry, 930 low to the high, 62% retracement into an order block and inefficient fair value gap. Aim for the high, aim for this premium inefficiency. What's premium? So within the 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock London kill zone, you take the high that was made to the low. This blue shaded area is premium, and this is discount. So this was the premium array that I was eyeballing. And notice how I said this is the last line of defense right here, this order block. So that shows that we're most likely going to take out this high here. And this would be known as breakaway gap. That is rocket fuel for the market to continue higher above this high. So it didn't fill it in, which is showing even more strength to the upside. Close my paper at 4153. I just eyeballed the mean threshold of the down close candle at the 15-minute. Good shit, good shit. You have to use the minimum profit target. This stuff still works, but don't need to. If it won't just trend for 15 minutes even. Yes, sir, you are correct. Definitely do not want to be going for crazy trades. Literally, in these conditions right here, it is impossible to swing trade this, or long term, whatever type of trader you are, long term. It's impossible to do long term trades, swing trades. This is scalping only, and even for scalping, it's been tough. So definitely using the least leverage. I mean, just look at the previous 4 days. 4 days. And then this candle looks like it's about to look like the rest of these 4 now. I mean, now that it's going to trade higher, who knows? But we'll have to wait and see what the PM session does. And if it just consolidates in the PM session like it did yesterday, then we might potentially have an Asian range sell-off. Or just nothing simply will happen until tomorrow. Earnings week, maybe market waiting for things to settle down. Potentially, yeah. So, this may be forming an SMT. So, I'm guessing NASDAQ took out this high already. Oh, nope. Let's check Dow. Nope. Dow is showing weakness. So, Dow really hasn't done much. Not that ES or NASDAQ has, but so yeah, just monitor which indice will take out the high. See if SMT forms. But like I said, past the 11:30 marker, that kind of just ends the session for me. I'm done. In hindsight, I wish I was started the live stream earlier. I didn't start it till 10 because of the after 10 actually. I didn't start it till we got to like right here, 10:09. In hindsight, I wish I was in here earlier, just so I can show you what I was monitoring pre-market, or not pre-market, but after the 9:30 opening, which was this optimal trade entry. So if you found value in this live stream, you learned anything, I think I brought a lot of stuff to the table here. I didn't need to even put on a trade at all. to bring value, because I touched on a lot of things here, macros, whatnot, London highs, previous week's high, market structure. So I think I'm gonna be ending this. Honestly, guys, if you want to hear my chart advice right now, just close your charts. I mean, you're not missing anything. There's nothing really to be trading off of here right now. Obviously, we traded this order block, 15-minute order block right here, and reacted off this inefficiency and volume imbalance. But I mean, that's not a trade. That right there. I mean, maybe for you it is. Maybe you disagree, but I mean, that's not a high probability trade. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Before I say that, I'm going to check the economic calendar. Okay, so tomorrow we have high impact news at 9:45 a.m. So I think I will start my live stream tomorrow at 9:25 a.m. So until then, good luck, be careful, close your laptop, go enjoy your day. You're not missing anything, I promise. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit that like button. Thank you.